What is love? Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me in my What is Love project. 30 days exploring what is not, and whatever is love. Day 27. Acceptance. I have a question for you. Do you accept yourself as you are and always look at yourself with love? I hope your answer is yes, and that's wonderful. Congratulations. And if your answer is no or sometimes, why? Do you know? In our journey called life, I think it's wonderful that we are constantly learning and evolving. As we learn and grow, we learn about ourselves, and then we find out that there are like little bits of habits and traits and even personality that we don't really like. And we make a conscious choice and change them. And I think that's wonderful. But sometimes it's not so wonderful if we actually dismiss ourselves for those parts that we want to change. You know, it's like sometimes there are people who dismiss themselves for little things that they don't like about themselves to the point that they walk around in shame all the time. Or maybe they will constantly checking themselves. It's good to notice, but to be like a prison guard and always just stopping themselves, even their instincts. For example, I think we all try not to scream or shout in public or when we are with talking with people. But then whenever people are screaming or shouting, it just shows that they are in distress. And sometimes the reason behind that distress can be traced back to something that happened long ago, or something that is actually really, really hurtful, like a big trauma. But then when people try to suppress themselves and focus only on behaving in a way that will be accepted by people, then they stop themselves from looking into what is really there, what is the real reason. And we also get so conditioned in accepting this little label here and there. For example, people might consider themselves as lazy and say, yeah, I am lazy, I've been lazy all my life, and that's why I'm never good to do anything. And maybe if they look, it's only because they just weren't interested in the subjects that were taught in school that we didn't sign up ourselves. Or maybe they never stopped to think about that they can be very motivated only if they can take the time to find out what they like to do. And then there's other like little label, like some people think that, yeah, people are right about me. I am so fussy, and that's why I'm still single. And then they try to, I don't know, just accept anyone who knock on the door. But maybe they just know what they want, and maybe it's just about the right timing. And then I think there are some people that they dismiss themselves so much that they even reject that part completely, and they don't even know that they are doing exactly what they don't want to do. For example, there are people who are always on a diet, and then they might be eating a lot of sweets and they don't actually enjoy it. I think the commercial are very good at calling these things what guilty pleasure. And so they're eating all the guilt, they don't enjoy it, and therefore it's like it didn't happen, and then they don't even remember. And yeah, even appearance. I think some of us got a lot of dismissive comment when we were growing up. The ears too big, big feet, I don't know, fat. And maybe these things are true. But why is that dismissiveness? And why do we just so accepting? Why are we so accepting of these dismissive labels and comments? And I think it can be traced back from our childhood, because as a child, our brain wave exists in the state of theta and then slowly go into alpha, which are what the hypnotists want to take you when they want to get you to that relaxed state so that they can help you to reprogram you. And as children, before our brains were fully developed, we were in that kind of brain state all the time. That's why it was very easy for children to learn anything new. They're like sponges, and it's the same with all those little comments about we're bad, we must not scream, we must not do all sorts of things that children normally do. And maybe we also have accepted that unless we behave in the way that are expected, we will not be loved, and we will be alone. We won't be accepted by anyone. And what if we make the first one big change is to accept ourselves as the way we are? Maybe that will make everything easier. And I don't think if we were to accept ourselves with love, we will stop progressing. I think it's the opposite. I think then we will have all the energy and joy to learn, to renew ourselves. Because, wanting to meet expectations can be so heavy. All this stress and worries. Am I doing wrong now? How am I doing? I would like to tell you this my own experience that happened some years ago. I used to be about 30 pounds heavier than now, maybe like 14 kilos. It happened that lasted for quite a few years, more years than I wanted it to last. And growing up as in Chinese culture, people are very open when they notice your appearance, and they can't wait to tell you what they notice. Their greeting could be, "Oh, you put on weight again. How can you be? You look quite terrible as you were, and you have to put on more weight. What are you eating? Have you thought about losing weight? You should be ashamed of yourself." And all this time, they think that they're just making small talk. So that was the environment that I was in. And I got to a point that I was like, you know what? I did all the things that people would do, like dieting, exercise. I did actually a lot of exercise, and I was just growing and not getting lighter. Until one day, I just suddenly thought, why these people are like this? I mean, when people, 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many people started asking me my weight. And there was nothing I could have done but just told them this is how much I weighed. And I thought, wait a minute, I'm standing right in front of you. You just look at me. Why are you interested in my weight? And why do you want to point these things out? What do you want me to say? Do I have to tell you all my plans and my strategies? And so one day I just thought, you know what? I'm not going to care about what they say. This is me. I'm going to change, but I just didn't want to be ashamed of myself anymore. And it was like magic. It didn't happen right away. The weight didn't just fall off me right away. I still continue doing what I did, and magically, I started losing weight, and I never struggled with weight again. And I think it could be because I accepted myself. I became in harmony with myself, my whole body, the part that I used to dismiss. And so when we're in harmony and without the stress about how other people think, without the stress of being dismissive of myself, rejecting myself, I became whole in that physical sense, and I was able to make progress much easier. And so maybe you can think of something that about yourself that you're dismissive of yourself of, maybe some part of your personalities, maybe some habits, maybe some traits, or even physical appearance. And maybe you have thought about how to change this, but I think first thing, if we can accept ourselves and love ourselves and always look at ourselves with love, I think whatever we do will be so much easier because we will enjoy it. We will enjoy looking at ourselves, and everything will be so much easier. And so I thought we can do a little thing together. It's about asking, I think this little exercise is about taking the control to choose how we think and feel about ourselves, and asking those programming that other people's perspective or their point of views to leave us. Because we have or taken in other people's view a lot, and I think it's time to not let people live in our head for free. And so if you like, let's do this together now. And first, just be comfortable, whether you're sitting there, lying down, and make sure that you're having some private space, peace and quiet. And it's okay if you just listen to what I'm going to say and then decide to do this or not. You can always replay the video. And maybe some of you would need more time. This is very simple. You can do it with or without my voice. So now I believe that you have found that comfortable space. For those of you who would like to do it now with me. And if you are now comfortable, you may also let your eyes gently close so that you can put your focus inward just for a little while. And we're going to use a bit of our imagination. Now imagine there is this beautiful, loving light all around you. The light could be any color or colors. You might be able to see the light. Maybe you can feel it. Just know that the lights are there for you right now, for as long as you need it to be. Now with every inhale, you're taking in the light through your breath and maybe even through all of your pores. And with every exhale, let all those tension, stress and worries of your day, let them go. And let whatever does not serve you also go. You're making more space for the light to come inside your whole being. So relax in this beautiful, loving light for a little while. You might notice your breathing become a bit slower, maybe a bit deeper in the abdomen. You may even feel some body sensation here and there. Whatever you're feeling or not feeling is completely appropriate. So relax and enjoy whatever you're feeling, every of your breath. And now I'm going to give you some words that you can use. You may use all the words that as they are. You can change them to any way that is most suitable for you. I'm going to always use the word I and me and myself because that's how you're going to say them so that it is most powerful and most effective as you are using your will, giving your intention of what you want to happen. And may you find the words that are most beneficial for you. So these are the words now that you might use. And remember, these are only suggestions. You will choose only the words that you want to use that are most suitable for you at this present moment. So here we go. You might say, there are parts of me that I like, and there are parts of me that I don't quite like. There are parts of me that I am dismissive of. But right now, I recognize that all these parts are part of me. These are my personalities, my physical body, my traits, and my habits. This is me. I am free to choose how I feel and what I think regarding all these parts of me. I decide to choose all these parts as my whole being, because these are in fact parts of my whole being. And whatever beliefs and thought patterns that are programmed in me by others that influence me to reject myself, please leave me now through my breath. I now fill up the space with the beautiful loving light that I am breathing in. I accept myself as I am. I am moving towards being whole and free. I am whole and free. And I look at myself with love, always. And after you have finished saying whatever you choose to say, you might put your arms around yourself, giving yourself a hug, embracing all parts of you, accepting yourself as you are, because you're a beautiful, loving, and lovable, soulful being. If you like, you may choose to remain in this beautiful, loving light and relax there for a little longer, for as long as you need. This little exercise is a start. Some memories might come up for you to look at them. You might get a new understanding of yourself, of your different habits and behavior, of your personalities. Whatever it is, look at them. Look at them from a loving perspective. And remember to always surround yourself with beautiful, loving light, so that you can have the clarity that you need, and so that you can learn about yourself with joy and ease, as learning is supposed to be. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. See you tomorrow. Thank you.